I was looking for something that someone just sent in to play you, and now I can't find it as soon as I wanted to actually get it. But Jim, why
Well,
don't we...
I have something somebody sent in if you need to stall for time.
Yeah, what do you have?
Well, this is actually, I don't know whether they sent it in to you or to me or to both of us or what, but this is following up on something that we talked about a long time ago here on a program. And the question was just preposterous to us that was asked. And we had fun with it, but it was more in a kind of, what kind of moron would have believed this, right? And do you remember when a guy said, "Hey, did y'all ever hear, I guess, when Dusty Rhodes got out of wrestling that he worked on a tugboat because
Oh, that's right.
a friend of mine, so-and-so, worked with Dusty Rhodes on a tugboat." And we just called this guy just every kind of liar and charlatan and carpetbagger in the world. Just a ridiculous, preposterous thing. And come to find out, Brian, do you know that guy's friend or whoever it was working with Dusty Rhodes on a tugboat? Are you interested in hearing more?
I was going to let you tell the listeners, because I think I know where you're going, because I received a few emails about this.
Okay, well, apparently he was working with Dusty Rhodes on the tugboat. It just wasn't the wrestler Dusty Rhodes. It was the former baseball player Dusty Rhodes that Dusty Rhodes was nicknamed after. And this was brought to my attention from Thomas Latrell, Latrilli, Latraille. Would that be Latrell? Is he French? He's from Washington State.
I was going to ask you if he had a location. Washington State. It wouldn't be French unless he moved there.
Well, they let French people in.
I don't know if they allowed him in Washington State. I don't know. I don't know how it
Well,
works.
I'm not. So Thomas said a little while back, if American Dream, Dusty Rhodes worked on the tugboats, blah, blah, blah. He sent along a New York Times article from the early 1980s, the World Series winning ball player from the 1950s. After a lifetime of hard living and even harder drinking, ended up working on the tugboats. And he was mugged in the subway and relieved of his championship ring, he says in the story.
Oh, that's awful.
So, but at least it wasn't Dusty. He only worked on the tugboat gimmick, not the actual tugboat.
I mean, they had footage on the news the other day of flooding in the subways, just water pouring down, and the water was up to like the door opening and then pouring into the subway. And then they had like the guy from, like the official guy from the city being interviewed. He's like, yeah, the infrastructure we have was built for a different climate. Everything's changed. And basically everything in New York is what it would have been 500 miles south. And we're not prepared for this. And then they cut to like a different thing. And I'm like, hold on, stop. Just keep focusing on what he just said. He just said it's all coming to an end. I don't know what Dusty Rhodes in the subway made me think of that, but it
For any of our listeners now, by the way, that want to ride the subway in New York, if you start down the stairs into one of those holes in the ground and you look next to you and there's a guy that looks like Ernest Borgnine, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, I've seen that disaster movie. What the fuck?
It somehow became the dirtiest flume that you've ever seen in your life.
The flume. It's the flume.